oh shit, it's time. What's it been like 2 years? This motherfucker's been on break. I think he was in Hawaii chilling for a good minute. Anyway, they we get to this scene. These businessmen are talking. They're talking about how they're going to get into the new world and the risk that's involved. So they're calculating and quantifying and everything else like that, trying to get, basically get everything prepared. Now, the guy says they have to go through all these different security checks and this, and people have to be, they have to pass all kind of qualifications in order to get in there. Now, if you look down this corridor that they show, I see at least one, two, three, four, about four checkpoints with armed guards. At least four checkpoints with armed guards to get down there. So this place that they're going to, like they walk down this corridor into this fucking place, this lab or whatever. It's so confidential, man. You just can't walk up in there, period. It's sort of like those scenes they show with the guys. I think is it from James Bond or some shit like that? And they're walking through different doors and it's like this. It's like they don't want a motherfucker in there at all. And the dude says, well, he said if that's the case, then nobody's going to the new world, because they got all these qualifications for, for people going there. So it's like who the fuck can get there, basically. Anyway, he says the New World's gatekeeper particularly hates rude people. I don't know who the gatekeeper is. I have no clue. Don't even ask me. But anyway, these motherfuckers this shit is crazy. And okay, so anyway, they get down to the lab and you see all these fucking knots. I mean, these motherfuckers, like they have all these tubes and chambers or whatever. It looks like they're doing experiments. I don't see why this is the crazy thing. This is kind of, I'm not sure about how this works. They're walking into a building, right? It's basement 5. Now, everybody in there has hazmat suits on and they just walk in there. They didn't have to put on a suit? Why do the other guys need a suit if they don't need a suit? I don't get it. I don't know. Shit crazy. If you need a suit like that, I'm not going down there in just a regular suit. If you need a hazmat, that's what I'm wearing. So these guys just walked up into this shitstorm unprotected. That seems like a fuck up to me, but I'm not sure. Maybe we'll see later on. It seems like a fuck up to me, unless these guys are different. Maybe these guys got the suits on to protect them. Who knows? But anyway, you see all these people in test tubes and shit like that. You could tell because at the bottom of those twists, you see 2 feet, so you could tell it was human, right? Then they show like pictures of all the different type of things going on. You see one thing looks like a person twisted up, then the hand, and it looks like it's growing roots and shit like that. Another guy, this one looks almost normal, except the whole intestines busted open and the head's missing. Looks like a scene from Alien. Then you have these it looks like fucking rutabagas or some shit. I don't know what it is. It's just like rutabagas or something, like beets or something. It's just like, it's 3 of them. Then you have one dude, it's some kind of guy. He looks like a puddle with 2 hands sticking out and 2 feet sticking out. And the guy's like, oh shit. He said, what the fuck you got me into? And the dude said these were all humans. They went to the new world and got fucked up. And it was a myth that somebody had actually went to the new world before. He said they made, they documented things and people thought that it was like a fantasy book or something like that. Turns out it's probably real. So they have people analyzing it and he needs this new guy to analyze it. And they walk past this chamber and his hand comes out. Dude jumps out. He said, what the fuck? He said, the guy who's there. And he sees this one dude and this guy looks fucked up. He looks like he's burnt or something like that. And the guy says, oh, that's one of the guys who survived somewhat survived the new world. He made it back. But apparently he's no longer human. He's got infected with some kind of disease that keeps him alive. So it looks as if the people that's twisted up and turned into puddles and shit like that were lucky. And he's been alive for 50 years without any type of sustenance. That shit cray, basically. And the dude said they're doing this all in the name of business. So what's it, Cockin and V5 or whatever, they're in it for a profit. It looks like it. And by the end of the chapter, we'll see that everybody's got their own. Well, I'm not gonna say everybody. There's a couple of different people that want to go out there, and they all got their little different reasons. Anyway, he says that those bodies, those twisted up bodies and shit like that, was arriving. Well, they didn't find them in the New World. They was right here. So that gets you thinking, like, are there people going there and bringing their people back like this, or when they go out there, would they get tossed back, or how the fuck do they wind up here? If they're dead, they didn't make it back. They didn't come back like that. So something brought them here. So now we got to figure out what the fuck is going on. They've been getting all kinds of claims from different people, different walks of life, that was making these claims that this and this was happening. And at first, it's hard to believe. They said, but after a while, they had to take that into consideration. They knew that the people, weren't, crackheads or anything like that. They said, so hey, we got to take this into consideration. The dude says, okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this this translation, to be honest. I'm really not. Some of these translations, I mean, because some of this stuff is kind of having me confused. They need to put it in layman's terms. And he says, simply put, on our challenge journey, we had unleashed upon us a calamity that wiped out all of humanity. The reason why that's confusing me is because humanity is still there, so it couldn't have wiped it all out. So I'm not sure exactly what the fuck they meant by that. Then it says V5 was tested behind closed doors after entering a pact. These are the results of business. Remember, they were talking about 200 years ago and shit like that. V5 did such and such, and some type of conspiracy happened or whatever. But as far as I'm thinking, they said they tried it behind closed doors. They probably tried some bullshit, and then people got fucked up, and they said, "Yo, you got to leave that shit alone." But up here it says that a calamity wiped out all of humanity. So I'm not exactly sure what to make of that shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. I mean, I don't know what the fuck it's really saying exactly. I just know that they want to get to the New World. Some people have went there already previously. And so far, pretty much all of them have been fucked up. And it says, during the time of V5, while organization was formed from political expectations, the original Scout Brigade was created behind closed doors and sent off into the New World. All right, now he's reading this book. He's being paid to read this book, analyze it, study it, and figure out whatever the fuck he needs to. It says, shouldering the decision-making for the actions of the exploration was one single person, known as a specialist, my own son. Known as a specialist, my own son, Beyond. Which is, if y'all didn't know, Isaac Netro's son, Beyond. So anyway, remember they had him on the speak. We cut back to the Zodiacs. They have him on that screen. He's telling them that, hey, yo, I want you guys to go to the New World. But it seems like he's telling them, he's hesitant. He's saying, maybe I should, maybe he shouldn't. He wants them to, but at the same time, he said that he went there, he came back, he got stronger. But it seems like you will get fucked up if you go there. That's why he's hesitant on, having people go there. Everybody's going there getting fucked up, basically. And then he also states that it seems like this is what he's trying to say. Now, I'm not, like I said, the translation and some of the text is hard to comprehend. Like, shit don't. It says that Remember they said that people wouldn't make it back, and he made it back. He went twice or something like that. Then he says the people who were once hunters are a far exceedingly more respectable, are a far exceedingly more respectable class than me. I'm believing what he's saying is the people that made it to the New World and are still there, obviously, are on a whole new fucking level. I thought Netro was strong as shit. I mean, he took down, what's my man, Miriam, I think his name was, took his ass down. Of course, he couldn't take it down with just his strength alone, but he took him down. So, and as far as we know, the ants, the chimera ants are from the New World, as far as we know, and he was able to take down their strongest. That might have been their strongest, you know, of a weak species, and the strongest species are still in the New World, whatever. But that proves how strong the fucking New World is. He said that they make me look like shit. And anyway, his son wants to go there. He said that if I'm not mistaken, his son went there, and let me say, okay. He does not want his son to lead people to the New World. I don't know why. I'm not sure. Don't ask me. He said, I want someone to lead us to even more success in our exploration of the Dark Continent. See, look, man, this should make, okay. I want someone to lead us to even more success in our exploration of the Dark Continent than my own son. That whole translation. I want someone to lead us to even more success in the exploration of the Dark Continent. Oh, never mind, my bad. I've read that fucking wrong. So he doesn't want his son to lead, but he wants somebody else to lead. But I mean, this shit's so long, I fucked up. I want someone to lead us to even more success in our exploration of the Dark Continent than my own son. Oh, he's saying that his son they had some success with his son, but he wants somebody to lead, take over, and to advance them even more. Seems like he's on the mission of exploration and trying to get stronger. That's what it seems like Netro's on. He said that he did get stronger when he went there, but he only went twice. That it probably was so difficult, it tossed him out. Like he had to leave. He got smoked out. Anyway, the Zodiacs, they're talking about what's going on. They're, you know, going over their plans, whatever. One of the Zodiacs obviously left. Well, no, two of them. Gin left, which is, I think I'm pronouncing that right, Gon's dad. Now, you got to remember, I haven't read this in like 2 years now. Maybe even longer than that. I think it's longer than 2 years. Because it was on break. So he's gone. They're trying to figure out where they're going to take it from here. Anyway, my man Beans gets a call. Guess who it's from? The man we know, or we thought to be Beyond, which is Isaac's son. But check this out. He's talking to him. He says, okay, so you got the Zodiac 5, the Zodiacs with you. He said, get in touch with V5 for me, which is, you know, the governments or whatever, and tell them I've captured Beyond Netro. As far as we knew, he was him, and that's what they said that was him at one point in time. Now saying that he's captured him. So it looks like that's not the man we thought he was. And it says so, and then he says, so how about some give and take? So it looks like he's extorting them. That's what it looks like. Now the guy who's reading, for some reason, I'm starting to believe that that's him. It says humanity brought back from the. He's studying the book. The guy who was with the businessman who's got to study that book. I'm starting to believe that was him. That's him, Beyond. But the crazy thing is, he's not captured by the dude. So maybe the dude that's the businessman that's working for him inadvertently captured. What am I trying to say? Not inadvertently captured him, but has him captured, but they don't know. He doesn't even know it yet. Like, okay, we need you to study this and whatnot. But then, if he tries to leave, they'll sit there and say, you know what? You're not going anywhere. Sort of like that movie Misery. The dude didn't know he was being held captive at first. So I'm believing that that's what that is. I mean, because they've been showing this guy throughout the whole chapter. Anyway, he's going over what's happening in the New World. It says they showed like different things. Okay, this is guy, he has a orb around his head. I don't know. It says the weapon Brian or whatever. I don't know. They're showing the different life forms, and these things are crazy. They all look like they're infected with something. You see like these other like pygmy looking little things. They look like little tiny monkeys. They look infected. And it says the immortal sickness, Zombie disease, something like that. Oh my lord. The crazy thing about the New World in here is like in One Piece and in from what I've heard, like I haven't read Toriko yet, but from what I heard about that New World, it seems like in both of them you just have to be stronger. Like just get to a certain strength, you know, in term a certain level of strength. Have a nice crew with you, have a nice team with you, whatever. And if you're strong enough and your team's strong enough, y'all got good enough, you know, cooperation, coordination, all that kind of stuff, you should be all right. Here, this New World, it seems like you won't need a whole lot of luck because you can get infected with this disease and wind up dead in a minute. It seems like it's not going to only be based on skill. If I'm not mistaken, the businessmen, they just trying to find out if there's anything they can profit from, you know, for the New World. Okay, let me see. Let me see the comments. Netro is probably father in dark con. That's what I'm trying to say. But the crazy thing is the Chimera ants, as far as I know, aren't they from that? If you want to get into this, should I read? If I want to get into this, should I read the manga first or watch it? Read the manga. I haven't watched the anime, but you're not going to be able to catch up if you read the anime. I mean, if you watch the anime. You should check out 2011 anime. It's good. It's not the best. It's not the best ongoing show right now. It's not. It's good. It's good. If not the best. Never mind. Okay, Netro said that he came back stronger each time he went. Right. So like, but here's the thing about this. I want to give this chapter 5 out of 5. Good dialogue. Like I said, it's some of the stuff was hard to keep up with. But good dialogue. We got to see some of the stuff in the Dark Continent. There's a twist at the end with that, and the guy who we thought was beyond is probably not him. He said I captured him. How did he capture himself? So that's a good twist. I didn't expect it. You know, so I want to give this a 5. But here's the only thing that I see was wrong with the chapter. From the chapter we first. Like from where they left off, where they took the break, to this chapter, it seems like he just went straight towards it. You know what I mean? Like straight from like this was. If they didn't take the break, it's like this is what I'm trying to say. If you take a break, you want to come back extra hard. You know what I'm saying? It seems like he just said, "Let me just pick up where I left off." Don't it seem like that? Let me just pick up from where I left off. But like I said, it's a perfect chapter. It's just like, but we had to wait over 2 years for this. That's the only problem. But the chapter in and of itself is perfect. Good dialect, everything. I'm watching this New World shit. I mean, this Dark Continent shit, and it's like I said, this is going to be. We're going to need some smart people to take care of this. The anticipation of this is building up. Why? Because like I said. It ain't gonna be all based on strength. It can't be. They showing all these people getting fucked up, and I mean people that like as strong as Netro. He's coming back. Like he's coming back from the Dark Continent. He can't stay out there, and we've seen how powerful he is. So the build up is great, and I like I said, I still believe that this dude right here is beyond the guy who's studying that book. I think that's him. Okay, but anyway, go ahead and leave your comments. Let me check the comments one more time. Go ahead and leave your comments. Like the video, because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. And you got the power to change that. What the hell just happened? Oh, okay, never mind.